Hello, hello. All right, guys, I'm back. I'm here. Just getting home from my excursion at Limerick Park, which went really, really well. I'm super excited about that. Now we are doing an interview with Mr. Walter Fauntleroy, who plays my husband, Samuel Owen. Super excited for him to join us. I cannot wait for him to chime in. This is the one I've been waiting for all day because I'm sure there's a lot you guys want to talk about. Every time he and I do a live, we get a lot of feedback from each and every one of you, so thank you. But as always, hey, Stella from the VA, what's going on? As always, please drop it in the comments where you're from. Put your questions in there. I will definitely try to incorporate as many as I can during our little 30-minute interview. If you're just now tuning in, my name is Taja Simpson. I play Priscilla Owen on Tyler Perry's The Oval. And tonight is our season 3 premiere on BET and BET Her at 9/8 Central. So cannot wait for you guys to see this. Okay, Walter has joined. Hello, hello. Okay, Walter, send me a request and I will get you in here and we will get started. I'm excited to have you in here, sir. I'm excited to get our interview going. Let me know again what your questions are for him, and I will definitely try to incorporate as many as we can. I'm super excited about this premiere. Number one, it came so fast. Between 1 and 2, there was a good 3-month wait, until you had to wait for the next season. But this one was like less than a month, and then here we are. So I'm excited for you all to see the trajectory of my personal character, and really with the overall show. I mean, what Tyler Perry does for our show, he is a genius at what he does and how he writes, and he makes all of us, cast included, read scripts or watch the television, super glued in, can't wait for the next scene. We don't know what's going to happen. And then for us, we watch the show in real time with every single one of you. So that's a little tidbit in case you didn't know that. We only do our parts and then we go from there. And okay. Let's see, Mr.
Am I there?
There he is. He's in there.
I was trying to figure it out.
Oh,
Took me forever.
oh boy.
What's going on?
Nothing much. How are you?
Oh, hey, I'm here.
You're here.
It's good
Yes,
though,
you
yeah.
are.
I'm
Okay,
trying to
let me learn
get a
this
little
word.
energy in me, running around.
Oh, you've been running around all day. Okay. Whew, I've been running around too. I've been doing a lot. So now I'm finally home. I'm finally here and I have better lighting this time.
Yeah, man,
My
I'm
last
trying to
2
get my
interviews,
lighting
I was all over the
together.
place.
Trying to make sure my lighting is right.
Yeah.
I don't know what it
Yes.
is.
So how are you, Walter?
Hey, I'm excellent. What we got a premiere tonight? What?
Woo!
Season 3? That's what it is. You better know.
Baby.
What?
You better know it.
Excited.
How do you feel about that? Like, how do you feel that our season 3 came so fast this time?
I'm eternally grateful for everything. All the fans, Tyler, especially Tyler, but God, most importantly. And I'm just, I'm grateful for a little piece of heaven on earth. You know what I'm saying? It's like dreams becoming manifest and just trying to be a light in the world in the process,
I
just
get
grateful.
that. I get that. Yeah,
Yeah.
truly. I agree with that gratitude for sure. And the fans is what allows us to be able to do what we love. You know what I mean? And keep coming
Mm-hmm.
back and keep coming back. So definitely give a shout out to all of you for watching us every single week. The last couple of years
Most
we've been on
definitely.
the air, so we appreciate it. Now, Sam, tell me, I'm gonna switch up my question a little bit. I've been asking everyone. I got 2 questions I ask everyone just to kind of keep the playing field even, and then we'll kind of go from there.
Okay.
But what's the one thing that you love, like you absolutely love about playing this character, Samuel Owen?
That I can create. As an
Mm-hmm.
actor, the artist, it's fulfilling to be able to take material that was written, give life to it, resurrect it, and then walk in that new life. You know what I'm saying? It's an aspect of myself, and it's cathartic in many ways because, I could take some of the real life issues and experiences and plug them into my character and have an experience under imaginary circumstances. So most importantly, I find the most thrill in creating, so even if I'm not working, if I'm not acting, I'm acting, I'm reading a
Yeah.
script, doing something, reading an old play, stuff like that. I just like to create.
Mm-hmm. Okay. What about your character stretched you so far between season one and season two? Is there any particular thing about the character that's really stretched you that made you be like, oh, okay, this is something I've never done before?
Well, I think, it's like typically art imitates life, and so I think a lot of times, like we have our life experiences and we go through certain things sometimes, right? We don't
Mm-hmm.
understand exactly why. And somehow life unfolds in ways and then we get the answers. So with Sam, I think there's things that he's experienced that I can relate to in my life. And now it just gives me another perspective on life,
Mm-hmm.
and make me more empathetic in a sense towards, others, even though I thought I was already that, it just deepens that relationship with that, in terms of the character,
Mm-hmm.
because, it's the relationship between the character and myself, and then the
Yeah, yeah,
relationship with
yeah.
the others, you know what I'm saying? And so, like I'm saying, all the time, like with Sam or any character, I feel a responsibility to not judge the character, to not look
Mm-hmm.
at it as anything, but just to see the person as a human being first and
Right,
foremost. And
right.
then like anybody, we all have life issues and the vicissitudes that we go through in life that we have to overcome and
Mm-hmm.
travail and have successes and failures in the process. So I think the main thing, like I said, is it stretched me in terms of just being more empathetic, especially during
Mm-hmm.
this time and things that people are going through, and trying to understand that it's not always the person, the individual that we're dealing with, as much as maybe the stress and the states that we're dealing with in terms of, what we're dealing with in the world. You know what I'm saying? It's just a
Yeah.
different time, So I'm grateful for a show like this because it takes our mind off a lot what's going on in the world. 'Cause it's like, dang, you think the world's bad? We watch the Oval and it's all this drama. You know what I'm saying? But it kind of
Right.
mirrors the world. It's just like,
Yeah.
wow, nice little breather.
Yeah, 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 for sure. And I agree with that. I have to echo what you said because, as an artist, our jobs aren't to judge the characters and the choices that they make, but
Yeah,
to make them human and real and breathe life into them and then create, this real world, I guess, fantasy, if you will, for the audience to kind of go on the journey with us. And that's what they've been doing. I think that's what's really cool. And I think that's why people love the dynamic between you and I and the relationship
yeah,
between Priscilla and Sam is because we started off so good, right? It was black
yeah.
love, it was this, that. We had all the memes,
Hope, child,
and
hope,
yeah.
hope.
And so now they're on this journey with us, and they're
Yeah.
like, man. So let me ask you this: outside of
Mm-hmm.
me, of course,
Mm-hmm.
who are some of, and I know you don't get a chance to work with a lot of everybody in the show, but who are some
Mm-hmm.
of your favorite people to work with?
Somebody that's not on the show now, not this because all the regulars, season regulars are excellent
Mm-hmm.
to work with. But somebody that I do miss, I can't lie, is Jake, my man Jake from the police department, E. Roger Mitchell. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So I do miss him a little. But of course, it's
yeah.
always easy working with you. It's always great, easy working with Logic. Logic comes right in like,
Oh yeah.
man, I had this idea, man. And somehow it just gels, man. It's just like, yeah, Logic, I feel you, man. I know, man. And I'm like, man, I love it because we just come in, man. We ain't really got to go over anything. We just kind of, touch it a little bit, rock and roll, just kind of whet our
Mm-hmm.
appetite. We're like, okay, man, see you on set, man, ready to rock and roll. And that
Yeah.
trust is there, so that's always good. Love my man, Roger. But I mean, it's just like Richard,
Yeah.
Nancy. I worked
Yeah.
with a T-shirt at one time, and really that was the main thing. I think season one when we was in the
Mm-hmm.
pharmacy, all the stuff with
Oh
Barry,
right.
So
Yeah, that was the most
that
I
was,
worked with
I
it
miss
too.
stuff like that, and
Yeah.
Barry and these things. But I don't know. I just find gratification work with everyone. It's just like I remember
Mm-hmm.
last season. Oh, I can't say that. Oh, forget it. Never mind. 'Cause, I guess I can't say so. But you know how you want to just connect, right?
Please, Walter, no
Right?
spoilers.
I know, right. But you want to connect sometimes. And, I find ways to connect, because it's also nerve wracking sometimes because it's such a fast pace. We do so many pages a day, it just sometimes feel like
Mm-hmm.
it's so much. And like sometimes it's just like maybe somebody just grabbing your hand or someone just looking at you and smiling on set when we're there, something like that. Or when we're all kind of in our zones and then we just kind of make eye contact and then we go right back to our zone. It's like, it's those little
Yeah.
intimate things that are priceless, I think, that help me, and that serves me in a day that sometimes we don't even remember because it feels like a blur, you
Yeah,
know.
no, I
Yeah,
agree. And I wasn't trying to necessarily single anyone out, but we have a really big cast and a lot
yeah,
of the worlds don't collide. Like
that's right.
I don't work with, Bobby or
Yeah,
Sierra or Logic. Like, I
right.
don't get a chance to work with them. Our worlds don't collide. So,
Yeah.
for me, my favorites are, I guess, the people I work with, which is
Yeah.
gonna be, you and Javon, who plays Richard, Toshi plays Nancy.
Yeah.
That's like the people I work with all the time. Like
That's right.
that's my nucleus on the show. But then also, I feel like the show I feel like season 1, it was such a like rush, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we're getting used to it. Season 2,
Excuse
season
me.
3, you know what I mean? But with that rush, I feel like the show has also changed, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
As far as the relationships between the characters and the actors. Like, I'm more settled in Priscilla, you're more settled in Sam. Like, we know
Yeah.
more about the characters. We don't, people may think we know where they're gonna go. We don't. We get
Yeah.
scripts
Yeah.
and we're like, oh, this is where we're going with
Right.
this. Okay, great.
Right.
And then we show up and
Make
we,
the adjustment.
portray, we make the adjustment. Like,
Right.
oh,
Right.
that's the backstory. I didn't know that.
Right.
Like in our kitchen scene, and I was like, when I first read this, and I was like, this is, I'm alluding to it's not being the first time. What what this reminds me of? That's it. And I'm like, who? And you like something?
Right.
Parker,
Right. Parker. Right.
And I'm like, and I'm like, oh, so these got this before.
Right.
That makes it law. Like, that makes it fact. Of course, we have our own backstory we come to the table with, you know what I mean? But how do you think the show overall, I guess, has changed from like season 1 to season 2?
I think the way, just from what I feel like, it just feels like, and I want to say this first and foremost. I forgot to mention this a minute ago. Ed and Karen, our leads, of the show, excellent. Yeah. Excellent human beings. Not just human beings, but just, they're nothing like they are on the show, of course, to anybody. Of course, y'all know this. But, just tremendous human beings. One day I'm going to get the courage to at least get out there on the water with Ed. Ed, if you watch it, man, it's not because of the water. It's because of the sharks in the water. I'm still little. Your jaw's still affected a little bit. Jaws! What was the question again you had? I got on the sidetrack. What was the question?
How has the show changed to you from season 1 to season 2?
I think because of, like what's happening with, Gail, with her craziness, and they had to send her away. You know what I'm saying? So I think early on, first season was probably pointing more, like a lot towards the first family, which it felt like to me going in. And then because of how Gail started dating, my man Picky, and going crazy and going left, and her having to be sent away, it seemed like it brought some of the more focus towards some of the other things that were happening, which I think is great, because it fleshed out the ensemble a little bit, which was probably going to happen anyway, right? But then it makes you wonder, like, what the hell is Gail doing, and when is she coming back? Right. So it's great. It kind of just shift from one end to another, and I think that's the good thing about our show is typically you never know where we're going. We're here with the president, and then like the next minute we're with Kyle and the chief of staff, and then we're with the Halsons, and then we're with you and I, and then what the hell's going on with Kareem and Barry and Sharon over in the pharmacy, and then now Dale and all these other. So it's all these elements that just make this wonderful stew or gumbo, So it's like, I think initially my thought was, this is what the show's going to be. It's just going to be like focus on the president and like this, that, and the other, and we're going to be the pieces. And I think that's maybe what some of the audience may have felt. And then you realize, oh no, it's just so much more than what we thought,
Yeah.
So I think that's the change a little bit.
I love that. Okay, so let me ask you this. If you could write a piece of your storyline for Sam, and it could be anything without giving any spoilers, without giving away any spoilers or anything, Walter. What would you write? What would you write for Sam?
Well, I think we both discussed it season 1. I think I would have written that we would have been that loving couple, the modern day Cliff and Claire, that was the hope, in terms of, like the black love on television, successful, in the DMV area. And, just rock solid, just black love, despite the fact that we don't have kids at this point in our relationship. It's just like we feel like, we're fulfilled in everything that we have, and that's what I would have written or would have.
But what about now?
Oh, right
with
now.
The show,
Oh,
what about now?
If I could write it now, write it now, it'd have been like smack it up, flip it, rub it down. Oh no! Because I got to get back there, I'm sending roses, I'm sending flowers, I'm making little songs. I'm hoping she ain't still heartbroken. with Tony Braxton songs going on. I gotta come in the house, this theme music. I'm like, baby, forgive me. I love you. Please, baby, 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 please. What can I do? So if I could write it differently, I'd be back under the covers. What? Stella!
Oh,
Priscilla! Priscilla! Get off of me! Get off of me! Priscilla!
that's good.
I got a streetcar named Desire, and I know you know what that is, baby. What you do the baby, baby? Do the baby, Louisiana thing.
Baby.
That's it. That's it. Streetcar named
A
Desire.
streetcar named Desire,
You know it.
baby.
Elysian Fields.
That's good. Oh man, I don't even know where to go after that. That was hilarious. I didn't even know he was gonna go there. That's hilarious.
I didn't know. I was going
Okay. Oh, somebody say I love y'all. We love y'all too. Love me some Sam and Stella.
Thank you.
Tony Braxton, unbreak my heart. Exactly. Unbreak my heart. Say you love me again.
Man,
come
what?
on. Undo the hurt that you caused.
Hey.
Cheated. Okay.
That's it.
All right.
That's it.
I'm back.
I'm learning. I learned. Sam has learned. But the thing I'm trying to get Priscilla to get is that 70 times 7. You know, I ain't gonna do it 7 times. But that 70 times 7, you know, just give a brother another chance. You know, forgive a brother. Let me try to win you back. At least give me a shot. That's all I can ask for.
I'm just, you know what? I'm trying to keep this nice and pleasant for the people.
Okay. Look. I'm gonna backtrack. I backtrack.
Oh man, that's awesome. Is this Sam and Priscilla? Yeah, this is Sam and Priscilla. Hello. Can't wait till now. What's going to happen with Jason and First Lady's son? Oh my God, I love it. Right, that love and hate relationship for Sam. I wasn't expecting him to be like that, but it's always the quiet ones. Always the quiet ones. Someone said they have a love-hate relationship with you. Like they love you, but then they hate what you did.
Hey, that could be good.
Know?
Good and terrible. Hey, that could be good.
Hey, you know. So somebody want to know if we're getting a divorce.
Hey, pump the brakes. Why rush us to divorce court? You know, this ain't a show. Can we get the counseling? You know, can we get the makeup, sex, or something first? You know, I mean, why we gotta get the divorce? We gotta at least have sex one more time before we get divorced. Ain't that what it is? I mean, just to end the relationship on the right foot.
He was just trying to do that. But I'm gonna say 2 words.
Yeah.
To answer that divorce question. Yellow room. Okay, we're gonna move on. Okay, we're gonna move on. Because that yellow room, Sam.
Hey, listen.
When I saw that clip, I was like,
wait, the shot was at an angle though, you know, so it was kind of blurry, wasn't it? You know, like old footage, like that old school back in the day, dial up, upload footage. It wasn't grainy.
It was clear. It wasn't.
I mean, if you from an angle, it kind of looked like it could have been another brother. You know how we all look.
It was dead on. It was dead on.
And I mean, if they can make somebody look like, you know what I'm saying?
It was dead on.
It's politics. It's politics.
No,
maybe her daddy made the tape. Maybe her daddy made the tape.
Maybe her daddy.
He's just sitting in the bed. He's sitting in the bed. He needs something to do.
Yeah.
So maybe he had a tape made so he can have some entertainment. I don't know where the sick fantasies are.
Let me know if you guys want Sam and Priscilla to stay together. Put it in the chat. Let me know what you think. Don't forget to put in the chat where you're from so we can give you a shout out. We definitely want to know that too. Oh my God. So, okay, let me see something. I want to get at least one good question because people always say, you didn't get my question. I'm like, I'm trying to get your question. But you guys just put in comments and we appreciate it. We love you guys too. Okay. I ain't gonna say that one. Y'all look at Sam with his old cheating behind. That's what they say. They mad at you. They mad. They mad at you. But look, on my chat with Tisha, somebody put #Samtoria.
They ain't right. Look, there's always somebody out there.
Okay. That is not okay.
Look, this is systemic though. I understand that crab in a barrel mentality. Don't be trying to pull me down to Victoria like that. So I'm trying to climb back up. Trying to get back up.
What was it? Trying to climb back up. What would Sam and Priscilla's name be?
I don't know. I think we went Sam Silla or before something like that. I thought it was something
Was
like
it
that.
Sam Silla?
Something like that. I think it was
I
Sam
don't
Silla.
remember.
So
Oh, I can't remember that anymore, darling, because literally you've been over there for so long. I don't even know how we go together anymore. Really, I don't know. Oh
that's who she
goodness!
really is, ladies and gentlemen. I didn't know all these years that she was really British. You see it all the time with our people. I'm like, oh wow, that brother, man, you really act like
Right,
you
you see
gangster.
him?
You really,
Right,
when you
right.
got it, yo, respect, homeboy, respect.
That's real. It's
Man.
funny when I go places and I'm doing my British accent or whatever, and people are talking to me and they're like, "Oh my goodness, I can't believe that," and I'm like, "Yeah, I just play Priscilla on TV."
That's excellent. I wish I could do that. I can't do it. But it was rap. A rap. Oh,
Oh my god!
Actually, I can't do it.
Oh yeah,
No,
what was that? I don't even know what that was. I don't even understand.
that's that British pig Latin. That's what that is.
Oh,
That's what that
okay,
was. That's what that was. It's it. Broken.
got it,
Diaspora. African.
got it.
Diaspora. That's what that is.
Well, there's one person on here that says, "I love you, Sam." I'm gonna go ahead and let you have
Thank
that.
you. Thank you for the love. See,
I'm gonna
you
let
know,
you
because
have
you
that
know
one.
I'm in the hot seat. You can
You
feel
are
me
in
in
the
the hot
hot
seat.
seat.
You know,
Yo.
it's not even that hot where it gets hot fast. It's like it's like that slow
Oh,
simmer
that
to
slow
boil.
burn, that
You
slow
know,
simmer.
that's what it is.
Yeah,
I can feel it.
yeah,
I'm like, okay,
yeah.
it's going real cool now, but when am I get a spanking? When am I get this whooping?
Like
When's it
you know
coming?
it's coming.
Right.
Right, right,
I gotta
right.
go to the bathroom. I gotta go to the bathroom.
You're so silly.
Had to buy some time.
Oh my God. Yeah, just a little bit. Just a little bit though.
Right.
Just a little bit.
Yeah.
Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
So can you say this to the people? Are you gonna stop cheating on Priscilla? If you
Yo,
want this to work so bad, I mean,
hey, I think that's the desire. I don't think Sam wanted to cheat in the first place. When I look at it from the eyes of understanding, I don't think he really did. I think he was trying to get through to Priscilla, and they just had a breakdown in communication, and he had a breakdown, whatever he was dealing with stupidness, and I wouldn't have said, hey Sam, go ahead and do that thing. I would have been like, hey, yo, Sam, man, yo, you got a nice one at the crib, man. I wouldn't do that if I were you. But you can't talk to brothers. Brothers gonna do whatever the hell they want to do. This is a different time. It ain't like when we grew up with a man at the street, was like your daddy too, and he was just like, yeah, my uncle, and he cool. He told me, not to do that, but like now, kids will be like, yo, man, who you? You ain't my daddy, man. You know what I'm saying? You don't
yeah.
tell me what to do. You know what I'm saying? I'm my own man. See,
Mm-hmm.
there's trouble. So that might be what Sam did. I don't know. I tried to talk to him. He wouldn't listen to me. I told him to
He
talk to
would
you,
listen to
Priscilla.
me.
I told him. I say, look, man, you go in that blue room and you make them lights red, homeboy.
Hilarious, the blue
We gotta get the red light special back, Sam. Come on, baby.
If y'all remember the blue room, put in the chat right now, hashtag blue room. If y'all remember the blue room, put blue room. If you're a real fan, you remember the blue room. Okay? You remember the blue room. Yeah, the blue room. Oh my God. Someone says, please stop cheating.
Yeah, right. Hey, listen,
Please stop
they
cheating.
gotta stop writing it. Why they writing me like a cheating dog? Why I gotta be poking and a
Man,
sticking?
somebody said, can the team Samtorius please leave? Team Samtilla all day. Samtilla all day.
All day. And then look,
Oh my God.
then Karen will be on here, and then I'll be like, yo, Sam Toria. That'd be crazy, right? It's like, look at Sam,
I
his
didn't even
ass
know
over
that was a
there.
thing.
Look at Sam over there. See how he was acting? A minute ago, he was talking to
Right.
Priscilla, acting like he was all in love. Then he get around the first lady and look at he flippity floppy. That's why I can't stand his ass. Throw his ass back in the water. Don't catch that. Get his ass out of here.
That's exactly right. That is exactly right. Oh my goodness. They be ready to like crucify you.
Right.
Oh my gosh. And I will say for my character this season, that big finale at the end when I
Yeah.
go off on the first lady and, Priscilla Owen was, trending on Twitter from that monologue, which I was like, oh my God, like I knew it was going to be cool because, But Tyler Perry did say that. Remember, I shot that scene in one take, guys.
Yeah,
One
yeah,
take.
yeah.
And when we were done, Tyler was like, let's moving on.
Right,
Twitter
moving
gonna
on.
have a field day with
Moving
that
on.
one.
Moving on. Yeah.
And I think it's because, our fans are so vested, right? In
Yeah.
our journeys for each character, especially you and I, and then now the triangle with me, you, and Victoria. And they've been waiting for me for 2 seasons to say something to her. Like,
Yeah.
people have been hitting me, are you gonna fight? Are you gonna hit her? So when I shot at them, right?
Yeah.
And then that was a dream or whatever. And then they come back and they're just like, come on, we need her to have something. It was like the release that everyone needed. That was like, yes, finally, she does something. And that was so rewarding for our cast, which was so great, which I'm so appreciative of everyone just going on these journeys with us. Because at the end of the day, they love who you are. They love the character that you play. You play it so well, which is why it makes their emotions get all entangled, because they're just following along in this journey and what you and I are bringing to the table. So it is a pleasure for me to work with you every time. Every time.
If the feeling is mutual. You know the feeling is mutual. It's just like that. It's like the ditto, like in another show, where that love is just so deep. I mean, I completely care about your success, and everyone, especially the people that we work with closely every day. You get a bond and an affection for people. It's you just want to see them succeed, and when we play, it's just like, hey, iron sharpens iron. It just makes us better, and that's the beauty of it all. It's the beauty of it all. Yeah,
I love it.
Yeah.
Well, I appreciate you giving me some of your time today.
Oh, thank you for allowing me back in the house a little bit. You know what I mean?
I guess. I guess. You can sleep here.
You can sleep on the couch. Yeah,
you
on the couch.
Right. You're on the couch right now. I don't know if you're gonna make it back up to the bed.
Hey, at least I'm in the house.
Jury is still out.
At least I'm in the chair in the house.
I know. Like, I'm like, I changed the locks, and you're like, you know who I am. Whatever.
Right. Well, listen, I can't wait. I can't wait till whenever we get back together and do the dance all over again. It's gonna be really nice when we all get a chance to get back together.
Exactly. I appreciate you. Well, thank you so much for your time. I said it was gonna be 30 minutes. I'm keeping it locked at like 30 minutes. That's all I got, man. I'm excited to work with you again. I'm excited for everyone to see season 3. Tonight is premiering on BT and BT Her at 9/8 Central.
What?
I can't wait.
Man. So great.
Anything you want to say to the fans before we go?
Oh, yeah, I was just going to say, I'm just so grateful to all of you. Thank you for supporting our show. Thank you for supporting me and the entire cast. Of course, we got on the train behind Tyler Perry and allowing him to quarterback this thing all the way to the promised land. And we thank God for him. And so, we just appreciate you. And we hope that you continue to rock with us as we continue to rock with you and serve you some good material that you can eat and really enjoy every Tuesday night. Thank you again so much.
Night.
Yes.
I love it. All right. Well, cool beans, guys. Thank you guys for rocking with me all day on the IG Instagram takeover. Right here at the Open on BET's page. I will be back. I have more interviews. We have Javon Johnson, who plays Richard. And we have Natasha Ward, who plays Ellie.
What?
Her storyline was really crazy.
Hey.
Right. So we have some good stuff coming. Yeah. So keep it locked right here. I'll be back a little bit later. Thank you so much, Walter Fauntleroy, for joining me. And we'll see you guys tonight live on BET.
All right.
Bye. Bye.
All right. See you later.
Okay. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Man, wasn't that great? I love Walter Fauntleroy. He's so great. I love working with him. He's such a pleasure. Really, I love our cast. I really do. Like, when you really sit down and watch the show as a whole and really look at each character, everyone just brings so much to their characters and so much to their roles. So it's always a pleasure when you get to work with great people who come prepared and ready to work. And that's definitely what he does. So I will see you guys a little bit later. Again, if you're just now tuning in, I am Taja B. Simpson. I play Priscilla Owen on Tyler Perry's The Oval. And tonight is our premiere for season 3 on BT and BT Her at 9/8 Central. I'll see you back here in a little bit. Okay. Bye.